The fourth tense. March 19th. In the middle of the day yesterday, I noticed a chickadee roosting under the scaffolding by the entrance to an apartment building. It let out a plaintive, melancholy chirp. I saw the birds walking on the street, pecking without a care in the world. Today, turning down Park, I had to slow, to stop, and honk for the pigeons to fly away. Do they know what's going on? March 21st. In my phone, I discover that my first text about the virus, back in January, is with my friend David in Philly. It's not so much about the illness as about the size of Wuhan. 11 million people. A city bigger than New York that I'd never noticed before. March 28th. In the temporary place where I live, in the high-rise on Columbus Avenue overlooking a courtyard thick with trees, I wake up to a strange bird song during the quarantine. In the high-rise, I find my younger child Kay's old flashcards in a plastic bag, like evidence. The definition showing. Dry lava, under the earth. It's scrawled in pencil so messy, it must be deliberate. In the quarantined city, the traffic disappears. Pigeons linger on Park Avenue, and I have to pump the brakes. In the deli near the temporary place, the cashier asks, "You new to the neighborhood?" It's too much to explain that I lived a block from the deli in the other direction for 11 years, but only started coming here after being installed in the temporary place. In my ears, I keep hearing doom for Zoom. March 29th. In the kitchen, I ask the AI cylinder, "Alexa, do you like the virus?" It answers, "I don't like any kind of virus." In the temporary place, you keep baking bread and I keep eating it. Muffins too, cookies too. In the weeks of quarantine, the diet is out the window. In the quarantined city, I fear threats, invisible and visible. In the bottom margins of emails, the program suggests responses. I know, so true, I agree. In the solitude of the screen, I type in my enemy's name and the title of my enemy's book to see if there are any hits. In the high-rise, I look across the courtyard. It's a dull day, but most of the apartments have their blinds down. I imagine it's a giant ship, docked and ready to leave the city forever. March 31st. In the high-rise, I make a daily schedule. 8 to 9:30, write. 9:30 to 10, kids. 10 to 12, write. 12, lunch, and so on. At 7, you and I will take the car to Fairway for more supplies. In the dining room, I sample another wedge of coffee cake, putting my hand under my chin to catch any crumbs, like I'm a judge on the Great British Bake Off. My judging duties require that I eat another slice. On my phone, it says I only walked 353 steps the day before. In the proof of an article I wrote months ago, finally making its way to print, I misread in anguish as in English. In the temporary place, I turned the large closet into an office. It's great, except for the lack of ventilation. April 1st. In his sleeping bag on the floor, Kay laughs in his sleep. This has happened twice so far, and it makes me happy that something amuses him here in these days of nothing. In the morning hours before the family awakes, I retype 8 pages of the memoir. The manuscript is 12 years old. 22. I was 28 when I wrote it. It no longer exists as a shareable file. It was never submitted, let alone published. Only 2 people have read it. One of them is the tall friend, still a friend. The other is my old mentor, who I think about constantly but haven't seen since her husband passed away. She didn't recognize me then. Her mind let loose. She kept asking where he was and when he was returning. In a message to my parents in Buffalo, I tell my father to reconsider going back to the hospital for work. The numbers are getting scarier by the day. He's 84 and he doesn't want to stop. In a vision, I pictured the plague as a gray giant, made of smoke, clambering off a cruise ship and making its way to shore, then diffusing over the land. In my haste, I plug in 2 wrong letters and wind up searching the word by. The definition turns up oddly disorienting. Identifying the agent performing an action. Even better is its adverbial sense, so as to go past. In the 10th floor shelter, I wake at 4. Birds in the courtyard sound like laser beams. One has this sort of sliding shriek, the other emits a flurry of blasts. It's a war outside. In the middle of week 3, we wear our masks out at last. In the temporary place on the 10th floor, there's so much light we have to draw the blinds. After the bird song come the sirens, coating the empty streets like blood. In the 3rd week of sheltering, we average 1 fight a day, usually at night. In the 2nd week, the days lose definition. In the 3rd week, the weeks do, I think. In the dining area, I say out loud, "Where are we today?" In the air, the sound of birds, different today somehow. A mess of squawks with no through lines as the sirens cut through it all. In the temporary place, I count the sirens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is that part of an earlier one? In the microwave, the tamale leaks some of its ingredients. With a fork, I scrape the blasted cheese from the plate like a mineral biologist taking a sample. And then I eat the dust. In the temporary place, we stop counting the sirens. April 4th. In the lock screens of our devices, our masked faces go unrecognized. In the stream of posts on social media, people take selfies of themselves wearing handmade masks, as though documenting a Halloween party. In the lobby by the elevators, my kids and I stand behind 2 old ladies wearing masks. One lives on our floor, the other has a dog. The elevator arrives and one of them scolds, "You can't come in, 6 feet apart." As the door closes, the other one says, "They just don't get it." I snarl back, "Oh, we get it." In the temporary place, Kay has his 10th birthday party via laptop. Friends appearing at the bottom of the screen under their parents' names. April 5th. In the Times, I read about lungs. The lining of each sac is so thin that air just floats right through it and into the red blood cells. It's so soft, so gentle, that a healthy lung has almost no substance. Touching it feels like reaching into a bowl of whipped cream. April 6th. In the Bronx, a tiger gets the virus. April 8th. In New York Magazine, I read there are now trapped in Arctic ice diseases that have not circulated in the air for millions of years. In some cases, since before humans were around to encounter them. April 9th. In my book, I take out the line, "By the way, the Korean word for nonsense is dog noise." In emails, I write "no pressure," and I think I mean it, until someone asks something of me and uses those same 2 words. No pressure means I am pressuring you. April 10th. In an email, C writes, "Zero despair today, okay?" In the line outside H Mart, hand sanitizing stations are set up every 6 feet, like little food sample posts filled with wipes instead of cheese. Asked if he had any plans to announce school closures, Mr. Cuomo demurred. "We are where we are," he said. "We are where we were." April 13th. In the early morning, right before rain, it's just birds again. It sounds like the start of a time travel movie set in 1 million BC. In the paper, I read the obituary of Sterling Moss, a racer. In 1962, he crashes at the Goodwood Circuit racetrack. A wreck that breaks his face and limbs and separates his brain from his skull. Awakening from a 38-day coma, He has zero memory of the crash. He considered hypnosis to recover the memory, but a psychiatrist said that might cause the paralysis to return. April 14th. In an interview on a songwriting podcast, Huey Lewis talks about losing hearing in his second ear. He lost hearing in the first ear 33 years ago. His father, a physician, sent him to an ENT. There was nothing to be done. You only get 2 ears, said Lewis. In the paper, the obituary page seems unusually full today. In my book, Kay says, referring to Moonbase Alpha, it takes place in 2070. I'll be 70. Well, I probably won't be around, I say. You'll be 100. Well, I guess it's possible. In the middle of the afternoon, I walk from store to store, unwilling to wait in lines. Crossing my old street, I see something blue on the sidewalk. A robin's egg, cracked and leaking. April 16th. In the news, I read a German zoo director saying that if funds don't come through and they can't feed the animals, they would allow the animals to feed on each other. The last bee standing will be the polar bear. April 23rd. In the closet office, Kay is playing a tank combat game online versus an unknown opponent named COVID-19. April 24th. In the kitchen, I cut some slices from a salami and a brick of cheese and arranged them on round white crackers like I'm catering a gallery opening. In the Times, I read about a literary agent, Sterling Lord, who is 99 and just started another agency. In the Times, I read about the mystery surrounding North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, who hasn't been seen in public for weeks. Some say he has died, but details about the health of the Kim family is the secret among secrets, one expert says, calling the people who claim to know novelists. May 4th. In the freezer is another batch of chocolate chip cookies. Periodically, one of my sons will drift through the kitchen to get one, drift out again, like birds on a singular mission. May 8th. In Kay's class, he has to write essays on a single topic. This is perhaps not entirely clear to him when he picked me as a subject. Now he has written half a dozen essays about me. Not revisions, but different angles, with titles like Why My Dad is Amazing and Why My Dad is Supportive. The titles remind me of the chapters in Nietzsche's Ecce Homo, Why I Am Such a Great Writer, and Why I Am a Genius. May 14th. In a fit of morning activity, I drive a friend to her workplace. She goes in every 3 days, writing up corporate reports dealing with the changing realities. The traffic is still light as I drive up 3rd Avenue. In the paper, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't know, I read that people are making coronavirus piñatas to help take out their frustrations in a cheerful way. I read last night that a Mexican restaurant somewhere put up coronavirus piñatas with stylized yellow Asian faces on them. In the last few days, I've become obsessed with the musician Caroline Polachek. I've never heard of her before. The algorithm presents her videos to me and I watch them, and I listen to her music. I can't do anything else. In one of her songs from 2019, she sings, "Last night I dreamed you and I were immortal. It's no big deal, this new kind of normal." May 16th. In the living room, sprawled on the couch, Kay keeps gasping as he reads through plot twists towards the end of Volume 5 of The Land of Stories. May 21st. In the corner pizzeria where I used to go buy slices with the kids, everything looks different. Carrying a pie home for my kids, I realize for the first time that there's a different box design for each size. One looks like a jumble of pizza-related words, pepperoni, cheese, and so on, that from a distance resolve into a post-9/11 skyline of New York. The medium pie comes in a box that shows a graphic of a street scene with only 2 businesses marked out, pizza and cafe. The large pie's home is an equally abandoned tableau, showing more of the street, the whole thing even more explicitly generated by some primitive computer graphics program, with a huge pizza looming in the background, like the moon about the crash. In the apartment, we gather recyclables in a brown paper bag from the Korean grocery. On the front it says, better health.